Hey everyone, Ben here, and I'm on the hunt for the best AMS2 car and track combinations in 2023. So I asked you for suggestions on some fun combinations to run, and boy, did you have some suggestions. Remember, keep your ideas coming in the comments, but for the time being, let's get out on track. So we're starting at the 1986 Spanish Grand Prix, utilising some of the newest DLC for AMS2, Ayrton Senna's Lotus 98T and the 1980s version of Jerez. One of the best things about AMS2 is its ability to transport you back in time. Now, I haven't downloaded any skins and driver mods, but it doesn't matter. The graphics, track details and varying car models instantly put you in the world of 1980s Formula 1. And well, it's class. The car itself is an absolute beast. You have to be super careful on the throttle, especially as the turbo kicks in the lower gears. The downforce means you can push through faster corners, and with curbs, gravel traps and barriers just waiting to take you out of the race, extracting the maximum from the car requires bags of high-speed bravery. Yes, it still has that AMS2 characteristic of almost being on a pendulum if you get oversteer, but even acknowledging that, the car is a lot of fun to drive. As for the track, well, it's magnificent. I love the modern day layout of Jerez. The main difference here is the slower, twistier first sector. I'm not sure I prefer it to the current configuration, but it adds interest, and the period detailing around the track as a whole is fantastic. I went for this combo first, partly to test out the new content, but also because I know it plays to two of AMS2's big strengths, formula cars and historic content, and I have to say, it more than delivered. This is a must-try combo. Right, we're now joining a round of the Brazilian Stock Car Championship mid-race at Cascavel. A whole bunch of you recommended that I take on some of the distinctive Brazilian content, and where better to start than with a signature stock car series that Reza made its name with. We're in the cockpit of Nelson Piquet Jr., and again I think this class of cars really does show off AMS2 at its best. Take the AI. Now, AMS2 has a quirk where cars can bunch together. In formula classes, it looks a bit weird. In stock cars and tin tops, it looks authentic. And as you can see on screen, you can have some absolutely cracking battles with the AI in these cars. I had an absolute blast in this race, trading paint and positions with AI drivers throughout, lining up passes and watching them fight with each other really hard. The cars themselves feel as you'd probably expect big, powerful, heavy touring cars to handle. The sense of weight transfer isn't up to race room standards, but it's good enough, and you can feel when you're pushing too hard and losing grip. Cascavel is a deceptively tricky track, with a simple enough layout made challenging by elevation changes and camber in the corners. All in all, this combo is a barnstormer, mimicking the real-life rule set here, which AMS2 now comes fully loaded with, is virtually guaranteed fun, and not something you can do in any other title. And each of the South American tracks included in AMS2 offers up similar levels of enjoyment as well. Speaking of something you can't run in any other title, our third combo, the P3 Rocco at Ibarra in Ecuador. Now, this is all base game content, and truth be told, it's been one of my favourite combos since the game launched. The P3 class are junior prototypes that run in the Brazilian Endurance Championship, alongside more powerful prototypes and a range of tin-top cars. They're fast, nimble, slidey, and will bring a smile to the face of even the most world-weary sim racer. I've no idea if they're realistic or not, but the sensation of rotating them through corners, catching the rear end as you get on the power, and the responsiveness they offer on turn-in is just awesome. And it makes for great racing too. The track is an absolute masterpiece, a unique lakeside setting, gorgeous scenery and spectacular sunsets. The combination of flowing corners and frighteningly fast back straight make for some really compelling racing, and the Rocco is perfectly suited to it. This combination, perhaps more than any other, is what makes AMS2 stand out for me. But what about you? Keep your suggestions for new combos coming in, and if there's enough support on this video, then we'll be seeing lots more on the channel in the